to have you with us from Faurot Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. Just about halfway through the season, and things are starting to take shape here in our coverage of EA Sports College football. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Texas A&M's offense will get first crack at it here. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a...
There he goes! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now,
breaks away on the left. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
it's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on 3rd. Floats it out in space. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Wants to return it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's Reed to throw. Here's the pressure. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Owens. Not a lot of room there, give him a couple to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they... Turning it on! Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On first down, it's Hardy again.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there.
Dude, how about that? Boom. I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's first and 10. Reed. The short hands. It's Horton. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama.
Maybe some room here. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
Throwing Reed. Got his man on the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Pressure coming. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Reed to the air again. Slides away. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing Simmons. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Grab behind the line, it's Lee.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Tigers have their offense in high gear. Right back to Hardy on first down. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for room to the right, it's Hardy. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Simmons from the gun on third down. Bringing the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
Let's see what they have in the bag on third and short from their own 18. Reed. Hauls it in. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
And how about that third down? They go 5 wide. They'd spread the defense out, and at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Reed. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. It's Craver. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows they gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here's Reed to throw. He'll pull it down. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. It's complete. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Reed. Oh, they're after him. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Missouri's offense heads out and ready to go. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy.
Runs through a man, and he might have space. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. From the gun on third down, Simmons. Quickly out to the tight end. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Simmons. Going to take a shot at this DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. It'll be third and long. Simmons to the air again. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's Simmons to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Mike is back in the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Again, it's Simmons. Just threw that one way too far.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
But needless to say, they needed that touchdown. They're down by a lot of points here in this game, and finally something goes right for them offensively. They put the drive together. They score here at the end of the first half. Now, in the second half, they need a lot more of this, and they're going to have to go tempo. They're going to have to stay aggressive, but maybe this gives them the confidence they need to stage a comeback. We'll see.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back, and the offense coming out on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Knocked down for the tackle. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more...
He's got it! They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Missouri wants to go fast.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The give to Hardy.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Hardy again. Got enough for the first. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time.
Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Aggies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Throwing Reed. Under fire. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Got his man out of the backfield. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Pulls and fires complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the string.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy, a 50-yarder from the left hash. Nestled just inside that right upright. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Throwing Simmons. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll take it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly, but when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Delayed handoff. It's Owens. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
What a great play by the linebacker. Did you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Smashes it between the uprights.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The short hands, it's Lee. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Simmons. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Simmons on the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. From the gun, give to Hardy. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Here's Simmons to throw. Could not make his way to the corner.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on 2nd down. They'll give it to Hardy. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass, it's Simmons. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! And they've made it a 1-possession game here in the 4th quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Going to the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Reed. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is broken up downfield, and look who's there. The linebacker covering serious ground. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. On the move at the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Again, it's Hardy. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Finds the tight end. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Throwing Simmons. Makes the grab. It's Hardy. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The give to Hardy. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The run inside. It's Roberts. Hard-hitting tackle.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. 4th down, Simmons. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Simmons. Got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. I'm sure they hope they don't have to exhaust all 4 downs, but it probably is 4-down territory as they look to take the lead with a touchdown. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Edwards. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. This quarterback has to stay calm, cool, and collected and drive his team down for a score late in the 4th. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
And this offense tries to run, and unsuccessful. Nice defense up front. Nice job playing the run and the pass in a passing-type situation. Offense, they've got to get a little bit aggressive here. They need points on the board late.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's one they're going to regret trailing late.
A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's fourth down. Now the Tigers will use their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Quick release by the QB. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Escapes the pressure going right. Turning it on! And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
And he does every single thing right on that play. Late in the game, you're trailing. You need to get this first down, but you got to try to save as much clock as possible. He's able to get out of bounds and do precisely that. Could not have asked for a better outcome on that play.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. It'll all be decided right here, win or lose on this kick. He's got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff. And